Okay, you ever get that moment where your dog looks at you like you're the adult in the house? Don't be Nancy, think I've got it all together. Meanwhile, I'm frantically Googling, can dogs eat watermelon? Because of course one just licked a slice and I'm out of food and flea meds. Thank goodness for Chewy. I go on the site, bam, everything's there. Food, meds, toys, even stuff for birds and reptiles, which I don't have, but I still looked. Now, I'm on auto ship because obviously it shows up on time, every time. I don't have to remember a thing. And yes, fleas and ticks are still a thing. Chewy's got the good vet-recommended stuff. Plus, their customer service is 24/7. Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. And right now, you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewy.com/Dan. That's chewy.com/Dan to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. Chewy.com/Dan. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details.
The summer is heating up with Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four.
Light 'em up, Johnny!
On July 25th.
Time to save the planet.
What's the plan?
Trust me, I hate that
It's a
plan.
bad plan. Come on.
Terrible
That's a
idea.
stupid plan.
Prepare for fantastic.
We will face this together as a family.
Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four. First steps. Only in theaters July 25th. Rated PG-13. Some material may be inappropriate for children under 13. Get tickets now.
This is the Dan Levator Show with the Stugotz podcast.
Domonique Foxworth is going to be here in a second. I want to talk some football with him, but I want to ask the group here, because Greeny is out and because I just saw on ESPN, if any one of you walk into a meeting at ESPN and you got to do a show that day, and Damian Woody and Mike Tannenbaum are the guys who are going to be on your panel, what's the question in July you would put in front of them on a Wednesday before noon in order to get traction with your audience in July, excuse me. So what would you choose, Tony? Because I'm going to give you the topic, and I don't think you can do better than the topic they chose.
They're goated. When you step in to get up, they're doing stuff that's so high level. And First Take, they're doing stuff that's so high level that sometimes it's the most obvious thing, yet the best thing.
Newest, highest paid guard?
No, they were not.
They did do that, though.
They were not. Well, they were not doing that when I checked in. What they were doing is Dak a top 10 quarterback?
Oh, you got me locked in.
I swear, you believe me or not believe me, I swear that's what I was going to say.
All right, Greg, into the mic.
Whatever, don't believe me, I don't care.
No, into the mic, though. Into the mic.
I don't care.
Into the mic.
You cover that on game night tonight or what?
It was so close. You could have said it. Why didn't you say it? What happened? You were laying out?
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
I don't care.
Domonique Foxworth
Is he,
is
though?
with us now.
Is he? I mean,
What are we talking
George
sports
Pickens
tonight?
down.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So is he dumb?
I absolutely think he is. I mean, I get that you're kind of making fun of it, but you're also appreciating it. But as someone who is inside the animal, it's an art form, man. And this is the months, as Ray Lewis says, and you point out often, is like you pay me for everything through the week. The Sundays are free. This is what the producers at Get Up are getting paid for right now. This is what Damian Woody is getting paid for right now. It's somehow manufacturing some interest when ain't nobody doing nothing and figuring out, finding a list. Oh, Jeremy Fowler, every
Love
time this
this
year, we did some of that on my show, which, like, I heard you had Pablo on earlier, and you make the argument that Pablo is trying to mix in the smart with the stupid. I don't think anything that I do on my show is stupid, but it's really smart and really fun. And we play with the lists, and we got into roster construction. I think that this is the time of the year, at least for me on my show, that we explore the bigger picture ideas, because we try to pretend like we're above lists, but secretly me and Charlie still argue about them. But then we dive into deeper topic explorations is what I was looking for on some of the things in sports that I think are very impactful, but people don't know much about.
Domonique, I want to give you a little breadcrumb for later on in the show, later on in this segment. I want to do a list called Old Faces, New Places.
Oh, he's going to be too good at that game, though.
For the rest of us, though.
We're going to be bad at it. He's going to be good at it. You're going to know where everybody is. You're going to know.
I'm going to be about as good at that game as Tony is at playing quarterback, I think.
So excellent. Okay, awesome.
Are you ready?
Hold on. I asked someone. I know, Dan, you like to have people come on and ombuds on occasion. I rarely ombuds, But I think last week at some point,
Oh, here we go.
my buddy Andrew Hawkins, oh yeah, get ready, Tony, because I'm coming right at you.
I didn't do anything.
My buddy Andrew Hawkins gaslit Tony into saying that if he put his mind to it, he would have been a good college tight end. The disrespect. The absurdity of that Tony was in here talking about, oh, I just didn't apply myself. I was playing basketball, but if I would have tried, I could have been a college tight end.
College. You say college. There's a lot of colleges. You know that, right? Not everybody went to Maryland. Okay. There's a lot of colleges.
Okay. I apologize. I take it back.
Thank you.
Maybe
there's some bad colleges out there, right?
You weren't saying you were going to be
Name the college. Where you
weren't going to be a tight end at the University of Maine, like you were.
Of course, that's even too good.
Well,
probably.
he applied himself.
Again, that's the thing, application.
Domonique, I am willing to hire you immediately right now to regularly ombuds around here once a week to tell us all the ridiculous things we said over the course of a week that weren't called out enough on our show.
I feel guilty being the ombudsman on Tony because I actually love Tony.
Thank you.
Because he says things like that. And I don't want to discourage him. Like, keep the confidence high, Tony. I absolutely
You will
love
never
it. It's
discourage
so funny
me.
because I laughed out
loud.
Chris, do you want to ask? Domonique is a colleague of both Dan Graziano and Mike Greenberg, and I guess Peter Schrager now, who's getting awfully comfortable in that chair, as we've noticed, like super comfortable, just unreasonably comfortable. Do you want to file your complaint or your observation with Domonique?
I'm picturing Greeny in Greece on vacation being like just rooting for a sloppy show when Schrager's hosting. And he's like talking to the producers. He's like, I thought Graziano killed it. I don't think we need Schrager.
I think Greeny is, as most people who are like incredibly successful, like he is unreasonably competitive. However, I also know that Greeny does not pay attention to the show when he's gone.
Unless
Greeny
Shregs
has
is
no
hosting.
idea what's happening on the show. Like I wore a wig one day and impersonated Greeny on the show.
Why would
he
you
had
wear a
no
wig?
idea what was going on.
Such good criticism from Zaslow. Why would you wear it? Why would you make a fool of yourself on national? Why wouldn't you respect yourself more than that?
I don't know, man. I thought it was fun to make fun of him. I mean, but at least I have my own hair. That'd be nice.
I have thought of you recently here because I really don't know, and you could check out the Domonique Foxworth show where he will make the second apron entertaining, and he will also break down union issues in a way that has more expertise than the average person. But I don't know how you have felt about recent developments where your friend Pablo Torre is reporting things that embarrass your friends and colleagues in a union that you have some great pride in, I would imagine, because you are a very strong member of that union. Just the things that have happened over the last, I'm going to say, 21 days with his reporting, have they been personally hurtful to you?
Yeah. I mean, I did a couple segments that were not fun or all that insightful about what was going on there. And I think that it's not incredibly embarrassing to any friends or colleagues because the people who are being accused of things aren't friends or colleagues. I've always, since I left office as president, I've been reluctant to speak out on any issues because, of course, there are going to be things that happen that I agree with or disagree with, but I always try to remember that I was a leader in the union, and it was really frustrating for people who had limited information to speak out and be critical. So I haven't really done that. I pointed out that the conflicts of interest that Lloyd Howell is accused of are inexcusable and reprehensible. The one thing I did agree with and want to defend is that the player said that they are following the process. And that's like core. That is encouraging because that's core to what a union is. And oftentimes when I was at the union, people would get upset and wonder why we would defend a player who was accused of some crime, and it seemed clear that he had committed the crime. And the point was, you have to protect those processes because if you, for one special case, decide to circumvent those processes, then there comes an opportunity where the case is no longer special and the process can be circumvented. So I say that to say that I respect the player leaders who are taking their time and waiting for the investigation and doing the things right. And even if I didn't, I would never criticize the player leaders of the union. That's just not
But you're not,
It's not an appropriate thing to do.
But you're also not comfortable. I don't want to put you in a bad spot here, but just talking to me about sort of the emotion of reading that your union is compromised, right? Or at least appears compromised by something that would and should make Justin Herbert mad as a member of that union. And if I were Justin Herbert, I would be looking for legal action to get me some of my money back because my union didn't help me there the way that it's supposed to, based on the information that's been reported so far.
Based on the information that's reported, it's infuriating, honestly. Is because if you go back through the history of the union, there have been multiple tens and hundreds of players who have sacrificed in order to put the current players today in a position to have some of the success that they've had and reap some of the rewards that they are able to reap. And it's infuriating for someone who clearly doesn't seem to understand that or appreciate that to use this position as a position to better their own standing and make deals and compromises that undercut the players. I think the conflict of interest with Carlisle is particularly disappointing. Carlisle Group is trying to become an investor in an NFL team, and Lloyd Howe is an advisor to Carlisle. Like, there's certain things that you just aren't allowed to do in certain roles, and I think that that's one that's pretty obvious. And the power and strength of the union is not something, to me at least, that should be held by one person at the top, and certainly not used by that person to better themselves. Like, the power and the strength of the union should come from the players. And I hate always not always, but often when I hear players talk about the union, they say the union, and they say they never really say we. And that's not the players' fault. I think it's a function of the union gradually separating the power from the players, and that's disappointing and infuriating, honestly.
Do I have it wrong when I dismiss the NFL Players Union with some form of it's only so strong because those guys aren't actually united in being willing to miss the next paycheck?
I'm not sure I completely understood. Like, I think that's not the NFL Players Association alone. Like, that's every union. That is what union strength is. And I think the executive director of the union is important, but it doesn't matter. You could negotiate the best CBA in history. A child could negotiate the best CBA in history if the players are tight and strong and willing to sacrifice. And like, that's what it comes down to. That's why it's so upsetting when a guy who doesn't seem to understand that is not doing the things that I think need to be done. And it's just sad, man. It's just sad.
But Domonique, you say that's every union. It's not every union. Not every union is filled with millionaires. It's not every union like this.
Oh no, I don't think the makeup of the union matters. Union power comes from solidarity and unity, frankly, from the name and willingness to sacrifice. Like, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter where you're from, where you live, what country you're in, or any of that stuff, what job you do. None of that matters. I think that there oftentimes it's easy when you are trying to sell yourself to talk about how, as a leader, how you can do this and do that, and you have these ideas and strategies, and you can make everything better because you have certain experiences and you've gone to fancy schools and you've been to other places. That shit don't matter. None of it matters. Like, what matters underneath it all is that the players take ownership of the union, and the players believe in the union, and the players control the union, and the players are willing to sacrifice for the greater good. And they understand the history of the union. They understand that other people sacrificed in order to get them here, and that it is their responsibility to sacrifice to continue to protect the gains that were made for them. And I think the NFLPA is often pointed to, but this is true of all the pro sports unions. And you could make the argument that it's true of all American unions, that they are in retreat. And the most recent CBAs in all of the leagues have taken a step back for a lot of the players. And in part, you could argue it's because of the money in the game. But I think understanding your core beliefs and what matters to you is what it comes down to. And those things can be changed. Like, that dynamic can be shifted. But it starts with the culture of the union and culture of any organization, and having this apparent separation of culture. It's not new. Like, I can't blame Lloyd Howe for that. That's something that's probably been going on in the union for a long time, gradually feeling less like it was the players' union and more like the people in the office a couple streets from where I am right now are making the decisions for the players.
Hey guys, it's Chris Cody here, and today's episode of the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz is brought to you by Square, the smart, streamlined tools that make running your business simple. Seriously, they just get it. Whether you're a full-time entrepreneur or just side hustling, Square makes everything feel easy. Every morning, I stop at a local coffee shop down the street to get a tea, and they use Square. And I'm telling you, checkout is always a breeze. Just tap, beep, done. No awkward moments, no fumbling cards, just smooth, clean service. Square's tools are made for real people. No tech degree needed, everything's intuitive. It works right out the box, and it grows your business. Whether you're running a cafe, a salon, or a food truck, Square has a setup that fits. Square keeps up so you don't have to slow down. Get everything you need to run and grow your business without any long-term commitments. And why wait? Right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/DLS. That's SQUARE/go/DLS. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today.
Hey everybody, it's Mike. Down here in South Florida, as the audience well knows, we've been celebrating a proper championship, and we've been enjoying every minute of it. And by my side throughout that entire championship celebration has been Miller Lite. Yeah, I wanted to make my championship time a Miller time because much like most of the fun memories I've had as an adult, Miller Lite has been right there by my side, supplementing every experience. And now that I'm about to travel during the summer, you can rest assured I'm going to be having plenty of Miller Lite along the way, because that's what summer's all about. And since 1975, Miller Lite has been right there in all those memories for you listening right now. It's the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite. That's 50 years of great taste, great friends, great moments. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Big news out of the Big Easy. UFC 318 is about to go down in New Orleans, and this card is absolutely stacked. We got Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway 3 as the headliner, and it's Dustin Poirier's last walk to the octagon, the final chapter with his legacy on the line. And you know DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC, is locked in with all the action, parlays, props, knockout odds, you name it. And if you're new listeners, bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly, just like that. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Dan, that's code Dan, for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Dan Le Batard.
For 5 minutes, I was watching everyone just like, nope, not letting you in, not letting you in. So when I got up there, I had to say something, and I said it. Cheaters never prosper.
Stugotz.
My buddy was saying, not today.
Yeah, but you're
not today.
okay, so
I think that was what he was adding. Yeah,
that
that's
been
so
better.
much
That's
better.
better.
I'm telling you, the response I got from this guy, what I said was amazing.
He got him.
Cheaters never prosper. This guy yelled as angry as he could. I ain't cheating.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Put it on the poll, please, at Le Batard Show. Could a child negotiate the best CBA, as Domonique claims? Jeremy has a top 5 list of top 5 places that Tony could have indeed made it as a tight end. Are you ready for that, Domonique?
Yes, please.
I've got 3 OLIs.
Oh, wow.
Good start already.
So, wow. So 8, we're alleging that there are 8 places that Tony could make Domonique look dumb as the ombudsman, because there are places that he could have been a tight end in college if he had just applied himself.
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Carnegie Mellon University.
Good start.
They have a football team?
Boy, do they.
In Cleveland, Ohio, Case Western Reserve University.
They give
No, not
scholarships?
Cleveland. Not in the cradle of the sport. Like, you can't play in Cleveland.
In Claremont, California, Claremont Mud Scripps College. Number 5, in Storm Lake, Iowa, Buena Vista University. Don't know how that one ended
Hispanic
up
flair there. That's where they got me in.
Storm Lake. In Castleton, Vermont, Vermont State University, Castleton campus.
That's own subsection.
I don't think
we play
any of
football
these,
there.
I don't think these are teams.
These are
don't think they
all
have
from
scholarships.
NCAA.com, the list of Division III football teams in the NCAA.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Number 3, in Northfield, Minnesota, St. Olaf University.
What say you, Domonique? A lot of quiet, just nothing over there, huh?
lot of snow there.
Ombudsman?
Number 2, Duluth, Minnesota, the College of St. Scholastica. And finally, number 1, in Tiffin, Ohio, Heidelberg University.
So you don't know anything, fancy man.
knows nothing.
You think you know all about football, and you think you know all the things. You know nothing. You've been proven a fool in front of people.
Yeah, I stand corrected. You're right. You could have.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I
was
appreciate that.
wrong.
A wig.
Have you ever blocked anybody before?
Of course
Have you
I
ever been hit?
You think... I played football. Yes, I've been hit. What kind of question is that?
Played football?
Yes.
Where'd you play football?
In high school.
Oh, I thought that you never played football. I thought you just
you're very
decided to play
confused.
quarterback.
No, of course, you're very
You
confused.
wait a minute. So you thought that he went out to an FIU football tryout,
Never throwing a ball before?
through imaginary football. You
never
didn't throw
threw
them
one,
then
that's
either.
it.
Well, throwing motion.
To be
I don't
clear,
like how you're acting like I'm the crazy person. You know Tony. Does that sound like something that Tony would do?
For the record, for those who do not
The man
know,
who said he could beat John Amici in basketball. You're saying
Still
that
claim that.
I'm the crazy one.
Still
for
claim that.
thinking that he might say that he could play football without
Scroll
having
under
played
that
football.
stats tab video team.
it's not that part, Domonique, that I'm objecting to. I'm objecting to the idea that Tony would have such bad judgment in life in general that he would head out to an FIU practice, never having thrown a football before, and run through a series of drills where he's throwing an imaginary football in order to try out as a walk-on to FIU. Yes, I don't believe his judgment would be that bad without throwing a football ever.
This is the same person who I believe was scheduled to spar with an MMA fighter in Vegas. Like, this is
Best Buy.
Let's just put it out there.
That fighter
I'm
was
the one
scared
that
of
you're
Tony,
saying,
though, in fairness.
I'm the one that you're saying is unreasonable. I got a long list of Tony doing irrationally confident things, and I'm the one who believes who's saying that it's crazy.
But what you have a long history of is not him doing irrationally confident things. Is him saying he's going to do them and then not actually doing them. Like, that's not. Yes.
Is it my fault that the lenses got forgotten? Is it my fault that FIU said, no, we're not going to give you a football? Is that my fault?
Well,
or am I there standing in the breach waiting for something to happen and then it doesn't happen, Dan Le Batard? You tell me.
All right.
Oh, man.
I'm going to
You're welcome,
need
Tony.
people to look up both Tony's high school basketball and football career for us so that we can give Domonique whatever his credentials are there.
Missed half my senior year, by the way.
But
Oh, here we go.
Tore my meniscus. No, I had surgery.
Wow.
here we go. What do you mean? What are you accusing him of, Domonique?
I mean,
accusing of having an injury that usually 6 months is the rehab time, and I did it in 6 weeks.
Wow.
So I got back quickly. Cover your face.
Faster healer than you, Domonique.
I'm just saying.
He can out heal you. Do you want to have a heal off? Can you heal as well as he heals?
Is it a toughness question?
so
Like,
to
what do you
be-
want to do, Domonique?
To be clear, Dan, you believe that Tony is this very impressive specimen who's just lacked opportunity.
I just need people to show up with the lenses. I need the footballs to be there when I go to try out.
The best part is Tony doesn't know that you're making fun of him. He thinks you're hyping him up. He's like, oh no,
No. Make no mistake about it. You think that I walk in here and I think people are hyping me up? You think that I don't know that? Come on,
Shirt says
Dominique.
he's sponsored by the haters.
Thank you. I'll
Dominique.
send you a shirt.
Tony, what made me laugh initially was you preemptively making excuses because you know what your stats were in high school. And you know what I don't have to do about my high school stats is tell you about the injuries I got. I just don't have to do it. It don't come up. Like, it's not something to be concerned with.
LebatardAF.com is where it is that you get the T-shirts if you want a shirt of Tony. Or Zaslow, I want you to look right now at your text. I have just sent you the photo for your approval, the newest in the Zaslow collection of LebatardAF.com merchandise.
Look at that.
Congratulations. A T-shirt with your face on it.
I can't. I'm only listening.
You can read and tell the people, because I only sent it to you. You can tell them what that shirt looks like. It's a picture of Zaslow looking as he does right now.
That's wonderful. That's a picture of me, all right, looking very confident. And, everybody knows I want opulence.
So it reads, I want opulence on the T-shirt. Domonique, would you prefer to live in a manor or a mansion? I don't know if you've been listening to the show. I wouldn't blame you if you weren't listening to the show. But if I say you can live in either a manor or a mansion, which do you choose?
I mean, I feel like the difference, like manor sounds like there's like more grass, right? Like a full manor. And a mansion, I feel like a mansion could be in an area like a neighborhood. I think I'd rather be in a neighborhood. Give me a mansion. I don't know. Manor sounds nice, but like every now and then I want to run into some people.
I can tell you the mansion living, it's good living, Domonique.
Dominique's the rare that understood the difference and chose the smaller one.
Yeah, it's unusual choice.
Well, the manor requires a lot of upkeep is really the issue.
Who needs that?
No, I mean, I think it also is just like to have a manor, you're going to be like 30 minutes. Like I live in D.C. and I like being able to get to like
practicality
urban things.
Yeah,
like I know I all that grass is cool, but I'd rather, if I can afford a mansion, I would then get like a farmhouse or a beach house to go to. But most of my life, I'd rather be in an urban environment. I don't want to be out in the country. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Okay, but you're putting it in the country, and I'm really with manor. I'm doing more castles now. I'm doing
those are always in the countryside.
When I so now you're talking, and castles actually, if you look this up, somebody told me this the other day. I was stunned to hear it. Castles, remarkably affordable. Remarkably affordable given what you're getting.
Was this like Rich People magazine?
No, it was not Rich People magazine. It was obviously I Have More Money Than You magazine.
I mean, I think that like the adage of like location is what is guiding my decision. Like I don't want to live in a castle. I don't care how big it is, how nice it is. If I'm an hour away from anything cool, no thanks. Like I'd rather be close to things. If I had my choice, like I would live in a penthouse in Manhattan. Like that would be where I would live if it wasn't for the fact that my wife and her whole family lives in D.C.
Are you in the market for a castle? Like you were talking to a castle realtor?
No,
there's a website here.
Guys, no. I'm not talking about buying a castle. I know you like to mock me on these things, and I'm easy to mock on these things, but I am telling you that if you go with a group of people and you want a castle experience and it's 20 people paying for a castle that can take 100 people, you'll be surprised that you'll find it more affordable than your average Airbnb. You want to go get a penthouse. I'm just telling you, I've not done it, but I am told that it's you'd be surprised that it's more affordable than you think it is to be able to get a castle. But Domonique is telling you he wants neighbors. Domonique wants interaction.
Weird. Yeah. Like, I don't necessarily want to be interacting with them all the time, but I want them around. Like, I'd rather be in an urban environment than a rural one. But I had this thought, while you're looking up the castle things, I remembered from that segment with Tony how you guys kind of made fun of Andrew Hawkins for saying, like, he was all hands and, like, his routes weren't that good. And you remember Andrew, as a confident person, took it in stride and didn't get all defensive. Then I went and watched the video. He was killing it. Like that to me suggests someone who actually is a great athlete and probably could have played college basketball somewhere if he wanted to, or track or football in maybe 2 professional leagues.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go. You sound more confident now. There you go. We're learning how to sound confident, not insecure. I like it.
Oh, making the stretch that a professional athlete can probably be a good athlete somewhere else. Huge. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that you can feel what real confidence sounds like. That's all I'm saying. And Andrew Hawkins had real confidence. I watched those videos he put up, and I was like, damn. He got a couple routes left in his body. I don't have no snaps left in me, but he got a couple routes left in there.
Dan, you can buy the Parsons Castle on the water in Clifton, Texas for only $4.9 million.
That's a good rate on that castle.
But it's
you got
Texas. Texas doesn't have castles. That's a real
How
castle.
far is Clifton from anything that I would actually want to do?
It's a great question. But you can buy the extraordinary Bedford Castle in Wyoming for $14 million. But this castle, Dan, holy cow. I mean, look at the Alps in the background. Pretty remarkable.
You would have to pay me $14 million to live in Wyoming. I'll go visit, but I'm not living in Wyoming. Stop it, guys. Who wants a castle in Wyoming?
There's no real castles in America, though. That's like made up castles.
You know that one friend who somehow knows everything about money? Yeah, now imagine they live in your phone. Say hey to Experian, your big financial friend. It's the app that helps you check your FICO score, find ways to save, and basically feel like a financial genius. And guess what? It's totally free. So go on, download the Experian app. Trust me, having a BFF like this is a total game changer.
Don Le Batard.
I took my son to the barbershop to get a haircut, and my man gave out some limp dap.
Oh, no.
Oh,
damn.
Stugotz.
I disowned him. I threw him right under the bus. I was like, whose kid is that out here dishing out limp dap?
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I think that Jeremy's judgment here has been terrible because he's not only not renting castles, he's buying them, but he's doing so in the United States, which is asinine. Like, that's not
That's
even
what Chris told me to do, so I'll look at the other ones.
It's not like a castle in the United States is somewhere I expect to have dinner while people are jousting inside because it's a Renaissance type feel.
Medieval times, those are dope.
Hold on. Wait. I'm disappointed in Jeremy because when I was last down there, Jeremy was one of the few people that I appreciated because he took responsibility. He was accountable. Even when things weren't his fault, Jeremy was like, that's on me. One of my show adages is accountability plays. And when I was down there, we tried to instill that ethos into the culture of the Le Batard Show, and Jeremy was one of the first people to accept that, and then he just took Chris and threw him under the bus.
You're totally right.
Jeremy.
Hey, that one
I've been gone too long, man.
You're right.
Why would you take
This is
blame
on
for
me.
something that's not your fault? That's a sucker move.
Nah, that's on me, right? I didn't have to follow the advice. I could have gone and looked for the castles in northern Italy like I initially wanted to, and I didn't. I listened to faulty advice, and then when I did so, I threw that under the bus.
So close.
I think it was good advice. Sorry, I listened to Chris's insightful advice, and I made a decision on my own to follow that advice.
Can we try it again? No,
this
Jeremy.
is on me.
Let's try it again. Fewer words. We got to work on this word economy.
Yeah.
Fewer words. We don't need you to sneak in your backdoor explanation. You are doing the I'm sorry that you were hurt. You're not actually giving an actual apology.
Try not to take a shot at me.
Okay.
Start over.
First of all, Chris, I'm sorry for throwing you under the bus. Guys,
not buying it.
That one's on me. I made the wrong decision. I should have been looking at castles in Italy. My bad.
Well done,
with that word, huh?
I don't know what's happening. It's really hot in here.
It's so hot.
Holy cow.
Italy?
It's not working, Domonique. Whatever it is you tried to instill on people here, they must have been allergic to accountability around here.
Nah, man, I haven't been there in a long time. And then everybody just slips back into the nonsense. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's about the culture. It's about the leadership of the organization. I don't know.
What are the 20 people you're going to a castle with? Are we part of that?
It's not me that's going to the castle.
You just said you were going with a group of 20 people to rent a castle.
I did not say that I was going with you. I did not
castle
say
friends are
that I was
Dan's
going
court.
anywhere with my castle friends. You
€5 million in Aberdeenshire, Scotland.
You're looking up the wrong things. I'm not asking you for the prices of castles in Scotland.
Your castle friends are not going to rent a castle. Your castle friends want to own a castle.
Yeah, that's right. My castle friends don't need anybody's help to buy castles.
Oh, well, damn. Okay. Do your math friends use calculators or like the challenge of doing the numbers off the top of their heads?
Are calculators still a thing? Like, can you buy? Yes. Can you buy a physical? Can you buy? No. Can you? I know your phone has one. That's your phone.
But it's a calculator app on your phone. It's a calculator.
Yeah, TI-85.
Your kids still get calculators.
But the calculator business can't be doing well. The physical calculator business?
Dude, every school requires you to buy them still. And like a TI, and when you start into high school, you need a TI-83 Plus. It's like, by the time my kids get a TI-83 Plus, it's going to cost what a car costs. And all they use it for is for their friend that has like the little cord and a little cheat code that puts games on it, if we're going to be real. That's what TI-83 Pluses are for. So you can go on your calculator and play Pac-Man.
That's not a calculator. That's a video game.
No, that's a calculator. TI-83 Plus.
No, but physical calculators. I'm talking about the business of buying something that I'm going to say only calculates. That's out of business, correct? I cannot physically go get.
I think, Dan, your problem is you're thinking about like a simple calculator, not a scientific calculator. He's talking about the big TIs that
you had to get in high
all
school.
the buttons and
graphing calculators.
Right. Those calculators. Yeah, those calculators still exist, and the real simple calculators still exist also because kids need calculators for school, and they don't want them to have their phones in class. So. They're still calculators. It's not a booming business. But what did you use calculators for before you had phones? Like, unless you were an accountant, how much calculating were you doing?
You put the thing in there, and then you flip it upside down. And it says boobs.
It says you could say hell sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a beeper.
No, that's a calculator.
Dan, you're out of your element.
You don't understand school supplies. Like, there's things that are just never going to go out of business. Like, what do you need a compass for? Not like the compass that tells you, like, north, south. The one that draws a circle. You don't need that for anything. But that's always going to be, like, on a third grade school supply list.
Did you stab yourself with that thing? Like that thing stabbed me more than I actually made circles with it. Like it was so dangerous.
I'm actually curious, Domonique, now that you have children of this age, are you smart enough to teach sixth grade math the way they're now teaching sixth grade math compared to how it is that they taught it when you were in sixth grade?
Green says booby.
Hell no. Hell no. The move that I do is if they ask me for help. So like my oldest daughter is headed into 9th grade. She stopped asking me for help a while ago. When she did used to ask me for help, and now I got a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old boy. The move is I can't help you right now, but you get a peek at it. And then you go to this thing called YouTube and you look it all up and you teach yourself it. Then you come back and you work through it with them. But absolutely not. I can't do 6th grade math. I posted a problem a long time ago from my daughter when she was in 6th grade where they would give them these like stretch problems. I posted it online and no one could get it. It's just this.
How low do I have to go there before you feel like a real idiot? Like 2nd grade, 3rd grade? Like where is it that you were unable to teach something that you thought should have been simple to teach, but you're like, oh my God, parenting has sort of left me mathematically behind. This doesn't happen to my math friends, by the way. They prepare for it.
So 6th grade, I think when my oldest daughter got to 6th grade, I had to start going somewhere else to teach it to me before I could help her. And then like 7th and 8th grade, I stand no chance. Like I would have to like spend a whole day relearning some of these things. Like no, it's not. And she's like kind of smart and like advanced math and stuff, and this stuff is really impossible. I'll send you a problem, Dan. Maybe on tomorrow's show, I'll find one of her reach problems from last year and send them to you.
Well,
I don't see if you guys.
I don't know if I could actually do it, but I sure as hell can't teach someone. Like I'm saying that my modes of doing math, even addition, that I'd have trouble teaching that to someone because they're teaching it differently now. Like, and it's totally different. Like where I don't even recognize what they're talking about.
Teaching it different? I mean, addition, Dan? Like, no. They're not teaching addition any differently, I don't think. Like, my kids don't need help on addition. It's just...
Okay, one step beyond addition.
Sounds like you could use a calculator, Dan.
The multiplication, division, nope. Teaching it the same way. Maybe my kids are going to retro schools, but those things are still the same. You still
division is different.
Times table.
Division. I was watching my daughter do a division problem, and it's just like I didn't used to do it that way.
Long division. So at least the school that my kids go to, they teach them a bunch of different strategies, and you can choose the strategy that you like best for the problem that you're doing. But all my classic old school division strategies still exist. They're still teaching them. You may not use them all the time, but they still exist.
Big year for division.
Borthwick Castle in Scotland, Dan, sleeps 28 guests in 13 rooms. It's just 10,000 euros per night. That includes breakfast, although dinner will be quoted separately. And just off the top of my head, if you split that price amongst your 28 guests, 357 euros or so
You did
per
that
night.
You did that on a calculator, not in your head.
8 extra members of Dan's Court for that one.
Can I take a quick detour over to like a topic that we discussed on my show? Dan, I assume that you, like most sports fans, believe that the way to win a Super Bowl is through the rookie quarterback contract. And we kind of dissected it yesterday and realized that no, like since it was 15 years ago when Sam Bradford signed the last pre-rookie wage scale deal, and he got more guaranteed money than Peyton Manning, who had 4 MVPs and had the most guaranteed money. And Sam Bradford got that before he came into the league. Then Cam Newton came in after, got a lot less and probably deserved that contract, honestly. But I think because of like Russell Wilson and Colin Kaepernick and Joe Flacco, we believe that that was the strategy. But if you like look at the numbers, it kind of it puts you in a position that maybe you are stuck to a quarterback who's good but not great, and you would have to require quite a bit of luck to pull off like a Super Bowl and multiple. Like Eli Manning is like more about luck than it is about skill. So I think a lot of us are following this misunderstood notion that the rookie quarterback is like the shortcut to winning a championship, when no, you know what it is? It's the same thing it's always been. Have a great quarterback. You got a great quarterback, you're going to win Super Bowls.
You don't mind paying for him, but I guess that's just because we've got such an obsession with like GMing and architecture stuff that people love to be able to say, well, that's a place that you can actually get value. If you get value there, you'll have more money to spend elsewhere.
Not enough time to get into all of this, but that's also a misunderstanding. Is like the impacts on the salary cap from paying your quarterback, if he's great, is de minimis, because you can often restructure the contract and keep pushing the cap hit until later and later and build a team that have success. Like, you notice all of the best teams have really good quarterbacks who cost a lot of money. Like, that's just like a misnomer that people use in order to suppress the salaries of some of the best players in sports.
The Domonique Foxworth Show, you can find all manner of insight there, except he doesn't want to live in a manor. Good seeing you, sir. Thank you for being on with us. We appreciate it.
Bye. Miss you guys.
Thanks, Domonique.
Thanks, Domonique.
Juju will be here in a minute.
Tell Tony I'm sorry.
I'm here.
By a minute,
You can tell me directly.
right now. There he is.
I mean, I'm not actually sorry.
I'm not actually accepting your apology either. It's on site.
What? Whoa!
On site?
On site,
man.
I said it, I meant it. I said it, I meant it.
Hold on a second. Oh, no.
All of that is on air. All of that is on air. We all heard it. The audience heard it. He said what he said.
Stupid thing to say.
I'm too old to fight.
Wow.
Too
old to fight.
All right, guys.
Wow,
Bye.
he's
Love you.
scared.
What's up, Juju?
Sounds like Domonique would take a knee if that was a fight. If it was a baseball fight.
What?
Huh?
Yes, yesterday we talked about taking a knee to avoid a fight.
I wasn't here.
You guys ever notice how there's just a fee for everything now? You buy a concert ticket, there's a fee. You rent a place for the weekend, cleaning fee. Just breathing near an event? How about a processing fee? It's wild. That's why I'm glad I found Chime. You can go to chime.com/Dan and skip all that nonsense. Chime has got fee-free banking. No monthly fees, no overdraft fees, no minimum balance fees, just clean, simple banking that actually helps you keep your money. And when you're trying to save or build something for yourself, fees can really set you back. Chime makes it easier to get ahead, not harder. Open your account in 2 minutes at chime.com/Dan. That's chime.com/Dan. Chime feels like progress.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Spot me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Timing depends on submission of payment file. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs. Bank ranking and number of ATMs according to U.S. News and World Report 2023. Chime checking account required.